Rallies will be held in various countries on Sunday as part of an International Day of Solidarity with Venezuela. The day is in response to the executive order passed by U.S. President Barack Obama, sanctioning Venezuela and declaring it a threat to national security. On Friday, Peru held a rally in the capital as part of the International Day of Action.
The organized and united people of Peru are supporting the Bolivarian process. Chavez is not dead, he lives on and he will live on in our hearts and minds. And now we support Nicolas Maduro and the Venezuelan people for the repeal of the Obama decree that considers the government of Venezuela dangerous. That is unfair, and that is why we are going to support them.
Estamos aquí porque nosotros creemos en la soberanía de cada país, en su independencia.
We are here because we believe in the sovereignty of each country and in their independence, so that each country can govern according to their laws. We are protesting the U.S. aggression against Venezuela, and we are in solidarity with our brother country and President Nicolas Maduro.
Today we get together again in this international event that is taking place to ask the repeal of the Obama decree in solidarity with the Bolivarian Revolution. And well, we are seeking, as usual, to express to the Peruvian people that what is happening in Venezuela is not what the media says.
At the 8th anniversary commemorating the birth of UNASUR, the creation of the South American School of Defense was a definitive step towards consolidating and protecting the process of regional integration. Secretary General of UNASUR, Ernesto Samper, and representatives of the Higher Council for the South American School of Defense met with delegations from across the region at the headquarters to discuss the implications of the school's creation.
Este comienzo es un trabajo de averiguar cuáles son los recursos.
From the start, we have to work out what resources our 12 countries have, who the instructors are that we can share, and gradually we'll receive from each country what it has to offer as part of a process which will deepen our trust and create a connection of friendship and specific cooperation. This is materially represented in a process of construction of the Union of Nations, which is the general mission of UNASUR.
Materialmente también representada en un proceso de construcción de una unión de naciones, que es el propósito general de la UNASUR.
To work in cooperation with institutions from across UNASUR's 12 member states, the School of Defense will be open to military personnel and citizens alike, providing courses and postgraduate degrees in a variety of focuses in defense studies. The School of Defense represents a clear break with the philosophy of the Western Hemisphere Institute for Security Cooperation, otherwise known as the School of the Americas. As authorities said, the school seeks to provide an education that promotes peace and democracy in the region.
Es un cambio de época, realmente antes teníamos la Escuela de las Américas en donde a pretexto de capacitar.
This is a change of times. Before we had the School of the Americas that operated under the pretext that military personnel trained there were the ones who would go against our democracies. Those are times that have thankfully passed. They are times that are a bad memory, that I hope never return. The School of Defense is not going to try to replace those organizations that we have the right to criticize. Rather, it aims to lead an effort of cooperation of countries that are in different states of development and have experienced different types of progress in terms of defense.
The school will work to protect the process of South American integration. As authorities said, it will be adamantly opposed to the installation of military bases by foreign governments and will look to resolve conflicts in a way respecting the self-determination of member states. To have a presence throughout the UNASUR member states and with a curriculum centered on the protection of human rights, the South American School of Defense will work to promote regional sovereignty, peace, and stability. Liz Sherfius, teleSUR, Ecuador.
This week, Palestinians and Italians mark the 4th-year anniversary of the death of Vittorio Arrigoni, the Italian pro-Palestinian activist who was executed in April 2011 after being kidnapped by a hardline extremist group in Gaza. Arrigoni arrived in Gaza Strip on one of the first ships that broke the maritime siege in 2008, spent the last 3 years of his life among his Palestinian brothers and sisters, volunteering with the International Solidarity Movement to assist Palestinian fishermen and farmers. Arrigoni was also known for his work in highlighting Israeli violations of Palestinians' rights.
Vittorio Arrigoni, he used to like to call him Vec. He's a very kind person. He's intelligent person. Without any excuses, he entered all the hearts of the people that he met him. Many people remember how he is smiling, telling jokes, how he helped the others, how he is Palestinian more than Italian.
Vittorio was one of the few foreigners who chose to stay in Gaza and live with the Gazan people during the 2008 Israeli war. In 2010, he wrote and published his experience in a book called Stay Human. The term Stay Human has become popular among the Palestinians, recognized as Arrigoni's most famous saying. International solidarity activists in Palestine took his death as fuel to further strengthen their cause and steadfastness in continuing to help Palestinian cause. Although Vittorio Arrigoni's body may have passed, his spirit and essence still very much live on. Noor Harazin, teleSUR TV, Gaza.
In Afghanistan, more than 30 people were killed this morning when a series of bomb blasts ripped through the eastern city of Jalalabad. Civilians, including children, were among the dead, and police say the attack was targeting banks used by the Afghan government to pay public employees. The Taliban has denied responsibility for the attack, while Afghan President Ashraf Ghani has blamed militants loyal to the Islamic State group. Nearly 70 injured migrants have been rescued by the Italian Coast Guard after being found adrift in the Mediterranean. The migrants were believed to have been injured after a gas cooker exploded and left abandoned at sea by people smugglers. At least one woman is believed to have died while the group were at sea. The group are the latest migrants found to make the perilous journey from Libya to Europe. According to the United Nations, over 500 migrants have died trying to make the journey in the past week. And lastly, historian Noam Chomsky accused major U.S. media organizations of parroting the ideology of U.S. officials in Cambridge, Massachusetts on Friday. Referring to the weaponization of the media, Chomsky also slammed U.S. foreign policy, accusing mainstream media organizations of complicity in supporting various U.S. interventions in the Middle East.
Facts that have marked the course of history. Productions designed in the English language and made for the English-speaking world. This is Documentary. Watch it on telesur.net/English. teleSUR, wherever the news, you'll be there.